Hello class. Today I'll be explaining the life cycle of a claim and breaking down the process. Here is how each cycle starts out. First, you start with pre-registration, financial responsibility, checking in and out patients. You go from the super bill, prepare and transmitting the claim, monitoring adjudication, the patient statement, and then you start with the follow-up, payments, and collections. Now I'll be starting with patient pre-registration. This is where a patient schedules an appointment for whatever reason they're calling for. Then, once they get the appointment set up, you will go into the front desk and they will gather their personal information like your name, date of birth, social security number. Then they will start off with your place of employment, and then they will ask for your insurance information, and the front desk will ask for your insurance card. Now we'll find out who is financially responsible, and we'll talk about the process of checking patients in and out. First, they will determine who is responsible for the visit, and they will contact the insurance provider. They will also be figuring out the insurance benefits and what portion they will cover. The front desk will take your insurance card, and they will obtain the ID number, your group number, the insurance company's name and phone number, who are the insured party's date of birth and name. For checking in, they will ask if you're a new patient or established patient. If you are a new patient, that means you have never received care from this facility and hasn't been back, or are you a person who hasn't been back to receive care in the past 3 to 4 years? An established patient is a person who has received care from a facility in the past 3 to 4 years. This means that you currently go to this facility from time to time. Front desk will also collect the co-payments, deductibles, or any additional charges from you. The co-payments depend on what your insurance plan provides. The checking out process. This collects any remaining payments that are due. They'll also schedule follow-up appointments, and they will give out referrals if needed, and an RN or MA will complete the following. They will also assist patients with any questions or other needs. On this side, we'll be talking about the super bill and the steps that it takes to transmit a claim. A super bill is a type of form that healthcare providers use to list the services that were provided to a patient. This is how a claim is created. It can also be known as an encounter form, and this gets submitted to the insurance provider. And it also lists the CPT and ICD-10 codes that explains each procedure that was given to a patient or performed to a patient. Super bill consists of the patient information, when the service started, the date of service, CPT and ICD-10 codes, and also on the bottom it will have the physician's signature, name, address, and their phone number. To the process of transmitting a claim, a medical provider looks to see if all the codes have been met. A medical biller reviews the info and sends it to either the insurance company or the third party for reimbursement. This is to verify what will be covered. If the information is correct on the claim, then the services will be rendered back to the facility. If not, it will be sent back and the medical biller will correct it. Adjudication and patient statement. Adjudication starts when a claim reaches the payer. The claim will either be denied, and this happens if a patient is billed for what isn't covered or never happened. Accepted. This happens if this is where a patient pays their part of what is arranged from their insurance plan. Or rejected. This usually happens if an error was found. Once completed, the patient will receive a statement. This will explain how much their insurance plan paid for, or what is left for the patient to pay for. If the patient doesn't pay their share, it can be sent to collections. And finally, the follow-up for payments. This starts with a collection agency. A statement will get sent out to the patient each month on the same day. Example, every 28th of the month. On the 30th day, they will send out a statement waiting for the patient's remaining balance, or sometimes they will send out a statement to the patient explaining that they're still waiting for the insurance company's remaining balance. On the 60th day, they will send out a past due notice. On the 90th day, it will be a final notice, and they will call the patient, reminding them that they still have their remaining balance they need to cover. On the 120th day, this will be sent out to collections, and then collections will call you asking if you want to set up a payment plan. Sometimes if the amount is small, it can be written off as a bad debt. This means that it will just go on your credit, but you won't have to make a payment. And it will stay on your credit for about 7 years.